Flying fuck. I would beat Anthony Johnson as right after this fucking fight.
Big baby, how you doing? How you feeling, man?
Good.
Okay, business at hand. You got to fight. Big fight this weekend. Tomas Adamek. Tell me about it.
He's old, slow. He's not messing with Big Baby. I eat 10 pack of cookies and I'm gonna kick his ass tomorrow.
You know, we saw the reports. You weighed 317 at the weigh-in today. Was that a career high or?
As a fighting?
Yeah.
Right.
Is there a reason that it was at that number? I mean,
for my last fight, April, May, June, so about the middle of August, I've been hitting the weights 4 to 5 times a week.
okay.
And put more solid on my shoulders, traps, lower back, upper back. And my strength feel really good. Traveling a lot. I hit my highest weight of about 347 when I started camp.
Okay.
And same routine I do, losing weight, dropping weight down. Oh shit! It's my Polish brother. Yeah, I come out and say that shit. So, as we were dropping the weight and bringing the weight down, I got the 305 in matter of fact.
Yeah.
About a week and a half out. And 300 was the more going to hit. But I was sleeping and waking up to cramps in my back.
Yeah.
Hands, thighs. A little dehydrated. So we was rehydrated up. Ate some good meals, got back to work, and didn't bother me. I felt a lot stronger at the 317 right now.
Gotcha.
We're sparring 14 rounds, every 2 rounds fresh guys. And we're talking about undefeated guys from cruiserweights, light heavyweights. So my condition is it's going to shock people anyway. If it goes to 12 rounds, which I don't think it will, because Adamek's never been in with a really big heavyweight like me. He's been in with a Chris Arreola, who's a big heavyweight, but not solid like me. He was 265, and he looked like a slouch. Now I'm 300, and I don't look like nothing like a Chris Arreola. So I'm ready here. I feel good. I'm happy.
Confident guy. You always have this confidence about you.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
I think when you see stuff in real life, and you're blessed to do something that you actually genuinely love to do, and for years I was never getting paid for this.
Right.
And finally, we're getting paid for them. We're going to the rankings. Yeah, it's blessed. Thank God I have no injuries. And you might have bumps and bruises and aches and pains. That's part of the sport, but no serious injuries or any surgery or anything like that. And I'm blessed now in a position where we're finally seeing the work pay off. And I'm having fun. Around fight time, if you don't see me giggling and laughing, something is wrong. Because anybody can tell you, if you crack jokes with me, I'm roasting you. Like, I'm on point. My brain is on fire. So when you see me around the fight time when I'm quiet, something's up.
Like a gentle giant type of person or something like that?
Huh?
Are you like a gentle giant or something like that?
By far, man. And I think almost in my whole entire, not my whole entire family, but I'm probably the second, third biggest guy in my family. My uncle's like 6'7". But out of everybody, I'm probably one of the softest mofos on the street. Like, I'm just cool, laid back. I'm not trying to pick a fight. Man, don't say I won't fight. I'm just saying, though, depending on how my cousin and family are, they're kind of arrogant and ignorant. I'm the laid back one, but I was never like that. I wasn't like that all the time as a kid. A lot of anger issues. I had to see a therapist ordered by the school because of like anger problems with other kids. And I always never had a problem with teachers. I always had respect for my elders and adults. But man, I wasn't the kind of kid to follow orders from other kids. I was definitely a follower, always a leader in my own sense.
Have you been paying attention to the Fury Wilder press tour? What do you think of this fight and them in general?
Sometimes I said, it's nothing wrong with promoting, over-promoting, or overselling the fight because you want to do. But authentic realism of promoting, I think, is missing the aspect of this fight. And they're trying to do a 4-month promotion for a pay-per-view fight in less about 2 months. So there's some moments where it doesn't seem authentic because one minute they're laughing and giggling, next minute they're fighting on stage, and then they're behind stage on a couch together sharing a popsicle. So,
How do you break the fight down? Who do you predict?
I break the fight down. I said it before. Tyson is my favorite. I think Other than myself, he's one of the more funnier, realest guys in the division, not a puppet. But based on the last 2 performances and how Tyson Fury's coming back, you know, it does favor Deontay. You know, the guy has equalized fight. Like I told you, he's the most shittiest boxer in all the sport of boxing. He's probably the worst boxer in boxing. He's not a boxer. He's a fighter. He comes to fight, and he has the power. You know, that's what's saving him in fights, and I think it's gonna save him in this fight again. If Tyson finally neutralizes his right hand, you know, it'd be a good fight for Tyson.
What do you think of Wilder when he beat Ortiz? Got in a little trouble, pulled the win out. Were you impressed? What did you think of that fight?
The referee saved his ass. Plain and simple. If it was the other way around, Ortiz was hurt for 10, 9 to 6, the fight would stop. But you know, Deontay was hurt for over a minute and change, falling all over the place, no 8 count, no nothing. Made him go over to the bell, and you know, Ortiz kind of spent his win trying to get him out, and the referee wasn't playing that game. You know? But I thought Ortiz was doing good until he kind of gassed out. But the referee helped him, but he did what he had to do at the end of the day. But I mean, he proved some factors. You know, he's out of 38 fights. 30. You know, he has 2 decent opponents up there. I say 3, and I think I think John Honduras was a good fight. Spielberg put a good fight till he got caught. You know, Ortiz. Who else?
Stavern.
I mean, the first fight, Stavern was all right. You know, that fight really made Deontay believe himself after that fight. But they took so long, and they catch Stavern off guard on a 2 weeks notice. Now you're gonna fight for the title now, and he's so much in debt to owe Don King money. You know, he had to take that fight at a time. So it's sad. You know, like, I know I have beef with a lot of the heavyweights because I don't like the way they do things, but you know, I research their situations, I understand the situation, and I feel sympathy for them because we're all fighters, and we just want our due, you know. But sometimes they get the wrong end of the stick. You know, but
have you had any like personal interactions with Wilder or Fury? Like, ever came face to face or talked to him like that?
Yeah, I knew both of them for a number of years. I haven't seen Fury in about a year or so. Me and him, you know, we chat, email and stuff, but he's in good spirits, and I think he's gonna go out there and give his best. I wish him nothing but the best. Me and Deontay, you know, we're currently at none of good ends right now. You know.
Why is that? Why would you say?
Some personal issues.
Okay.
You know what I mean, but it is what it is, man. You know.
I've heard you say some things about Joshua, you know, G-string Joshua, stuff like that. Tell me about Joshua. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I respect Wilder more than I respect Joshua because, you know what? I respect both of them. Put it like that. I just like the way they do certain things. I don't respect what they stand for in some way. I think Deontay's doing a little better. He's doing children books. You know, I think he's doing things in Alabama. You know, he moves a little different at times, but money changed him too, big time. You know, his attitude, his what's the word I'm looking for? My cousin always crack jokes in my old trainer the way it's like I can't pronounce the damn word right now. It's like he's trying too hard to be something he's not. And it's kind of like acting all the time and like, I'm a god, I'm this, I'm that. Like, come on, man. Like, you're not selling about that bullshit. Like, get out of here with that. You know what I mean? So, I'm not a big fan of their the statue, which is I think the statue, walking over Tom and me to tell the truth. And Deontay, you know, hopefully comes around to his senses because he's talking crazy. You know, talking crazy. But,
what do you think how Joshua's fight with Povetkin? Were you impressed?
I wasn't impressed, but I know if it went longer, it would favor AJ because he got beat up basically for the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then Povetkin kind of got tired out, clipped him with a good shot, and you know, Povetkin was too tired to recover. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. It was entertaining to when it lasted, but you know, he's fighting an older guy, 39. You know, one loss, been dropped multiple times. Smaller guy. You know, you can argue the same thing. You know, that boy, the kind of guy I'm fighting right now. You know, 41, smaller guy, but 2 division champ. You know what I mean? He's been there. You know, see some rough nights too, but we're all fighters though. You know, so it can be anybody's given day, and not every fight we're gonna look 100% our best. You know, we're all world-class athletes, so you know, you take your hat off because we do what you're supposed to do. But he ain't look spectacular. You know.
You mentioned your past, your family. Where were you born and raised? Your upbringing? What was that like?
I was born in Brooklyn Hospital, Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Grew up in Central America and Belize. Came back, came back, got in trouble in school, lived in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada for about 2 years with my cousins. And I've been, it was rough. What can I say? I lived in a house of 15 siblings. When I mean siblings, not really brothers, but cousins. And it was good because we had a camaraderie. One of us got picked on. Yeah, they had our own little baseball team, football team coming after you.
Yeah.
So it was rough. I mean, growing up poor, you don't really realize till you get older because certain things you want you can't get. But I'm grateful for the upbringings that I've had because our family's still pretty tight. Every time we argue and stuff, but ain't nothing to play the food and some beers bring you together. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
I'm blessed with that.
How did boxing come into your life, and why is this sport like a natural fit for you?
Just grow. I grew up very aggressive, and I had a temper here and there as a child. And I had an opportunity to experience Mike Tyson at an early age and what people grasped to him. He wasn't the greatest speaker, but the boy just look at you and got people shook. And the way people gravitated to the TV when he fought was something that I admired a lot. And I told myself I want to be a fighter. And as I got older and started really wanting to get closer to fighting, so I got into kickboxing first.
Yeah.
Playing football first, and then realizing team sports wasn't for me. And put the work in and get the reward, plain and simple.
Did you also do Muay Thai at all? Or?
Yeah. I started doing Muay Thai first, and I still do it to this day. I still practice my 8 limbs and keeps me in shape, mentally focused. It's a different kind of mentality, It's meditation within itself. Training is meditation, boxing is meditation. But Muay Thai itself is like peace with oneself and learning how not to strike, even though if you could. Winning to resist from temptation and certain things. That's what Muay Thai has taught me because I think I was just a boxer. I felt like a lot more people have been knocked out on the street.
Now, you mentioned a training camp for the Atomic fight. Really intense. Can you take me, where's your training camp at? What is a typical training camp like for you?
Training camp was in East Flatbush and the bottom of dingy old projects in Brooklyn. But a lot of kids can't afford to go train in no gyms, and a lot of kids on the streets is there with the Teddy Atlas Foundation, the social crew, and it gives me that hungry motivation when I was a kid. I didn't have much, but I had a trainer that believed in me, a group of guys that had kind of wanted the same thing as me. And it motivates me, I'm probably I'm the top boxer in that gym, Peter Quillen just started training with us there now.
Yeah.
So it's a dope atmosphere, man. So you gotta love it.
What's your favorite things about training? Like,
I think the energy, man. I think when you run a bunch of group guys, you're training hard, but you don't really feel it. Like you're putting in the work, but guys are motivating you. They're chanting you as them last 30 seconds of each round. They trying to push you because everybody's trying to get to the next level. Thank God there's no other heavyweights in my gym that are on my level. But not on my level, but on my ranking status. We have King Solomon. Coming close to his fighting his pro debut at 22, but he's now nowhere near my rank position yet. He's a couple years behind. But so I say I still encourage him and motivate him. Because one day he's going to be in a position that where I'm at, And but it's not that kind of competitive attitude. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't want you to, get where I'm at. I'm gonna beat your butt. It's more like, hey, I'm kind of guiding him along the way of what I want to do. You know what I mean? In my early part of my career, so it's good. It's a good feeling.
Now, what do you think about fighting on DAZN, or as you say, the Cow Zone? But
Zone.
Yeah. What do you think about that platform? HBO is out of boxing. Things are changing. What do you think about that?
Nothing lasts forever. Everything has its turn. America was the hot seat for boxing for a long time. But, a lot of promotional companies in the United States are old school and crooked and cheap. So, wherever the money's going to go, kind of the Yankees, if you're a top athlete, the Yankees are going to recruit you and pay you top dollar. The Yankees stay having championship and good years in the playoffs because they're not afraid to spend dollars. Dollars get great athletes, will get great ratings, and it'll continue that way. So UK has a formula of packing out arenas and giving fighters top dollars from the beginning. You know, so I feel like, you know, UK in the last like 2 years has really blown up as the hot spot for boxing, and I just feel like, you know, that's one of those type of things. You know, anything's gonna change, gonna add up. You know, sorry, age was out of the sport, but you know, it's always gonna be competitive, and whoever treats the fighter the best is gonna be on top.
So I see you, you know, in the ring, you almost kind of smother opponents. Like you dictate the fight your way. Like, tell me about your style and what you bring to the table.
Yeah, I know. I have actually multiple different styles, but you know, the last couple fights, you know, Gerald Washington was more of a real hesitant fight. That fight for me was more mental, and I didn't want to let off of him. It wasn't the most technical fight, but it was, I'm not going to throw punches to the referee, stop this fight. I was basing my mentality because I had basically about 3.5, 4 week camp to get ready for Gerald Washington. Was ready in camp for over 8-9 weeks. Came back from Vladimir Klitschko camp, and you know, I just got a lawsuit with Salida Promotions and 11 months old. So that's the only person that wanted to fight that called me out. So he thought I was going to be out of shape 11 months. But we came in there and we just beat him up. You know, just punched him to the referee, stop the fight. But I kind of took it into my next fight that I thought, you know, less is better. Instead of just following my intuition and listening to he says, lose weight, get smaller. I got up to my small weight about 272 in a long time. Got back up to about 280, catching, you know, didn't feel strong. And I beat Morris Walker. You know, with one hand, basically my elbow was messed up. It wasn't my best performance. But then in my last fight, my highest punch output at 302 pounds. Some good footwork, stayed on top and put the pressure on him. I had him out a couple times, but I let him out. I let the heat off him a little bit. But it was a good fight, and I know exactly what I need to improve on. You know, and that's what I've been improving on for this fight. Is just, you know, stylistically putting combos together and going to the body.
What do you think? You know, you're fighting on the Zone. Eddie Hearn is connected to that. What do you think of Eddie Hearn as a promoter, and do you think he's serious, genuine, that he could get you Anthony Joshua?
Eddie's a straight scallywag. Eddie's a straight scallywag. I said Eddie Hearn's a straight scallywag. You know, I know I gave Eddie a hard time sometimes, but I mean, you gotta look at it like this, right? If AJ is a golden goose, you're gonna do as much as you can to protect the golden goose. Of course, you gotta test it once in a time. You can't fight nobody forever, but you know, this is golden goose, and I get it. He's been kind of playing around with this person, that person, to get an AJ fight. But outside the AJ fight, which takes some finessing, and I understand that in this sport of boxing, it's business. He has been keeping me busy. You know, other than the AJ fight, everything else he has says, he's kept his word on. You know, I pay you top dollar for these opponents. Keep you busy. You want to come back? I put you on this card again. So I think we have a good relationship. You know, he knows my ultimate goal is to get AJ, but at the same time, I need to do things on my side to help build my portfolio, my platform, and my brand. And I think when the English fans see me more, you know, hopefully get a Dylan White fight before I fight AJ, then people see that big baby's for real.
So have you connected with like a lot of people in the boxing world, like fighters who you consider like, you know, good friends and stuff like that? Like,
they have a lot of good friends in boxing. You know, heavyweight, I'm Kornacki. Even though I fought Gerald Washington, I still like the guy. I don't have too many enemies in the sport of boxing. You know? I think the only athletes that really we don't get along is the ones that are in front of me that I want. You know, that's my mentality. I don't want to be a friend. Everybody's trying to, you know, make friends, and I'm trying to demolish them. You know, the ones that are in front of me, at least. You know, but other than AJ, Deontay, you know, Dylan White, I think Joy Joyce is out of his freaking mind.
Yeah, what do you think of Joy Joyce? He's called you.
Yeah, he's horrible, man. Like, you know, he's older. He took a long time to turn pro. So they're trying to put him on a fast track, and they want to call me out, and they're trying to offer a fight, $35,000 for a fight. Oh, that's disrespectful. When you put a fight 9 years in this game, and you want to offer me that kind of money, like, man, go kiss my grandma's ass. Like, get out of here, you know? So, you know, Joy Joy's got to earn his trust like everybody else. Everybody took a while to get here. Everybody had ups and downs in his career, and then you want to come in and skip the line. No, you got to wait back in the bus like everybody else and earn your shot. So, you know, that's his problem. But they might have to age slow. They should call him a juggernaut. He's more like the goddamn Cyclops. He's like a freaking walking lurch. I'm the goddamn juggernaut if you want to talk about it. 30 pounds come forward, I can flip a guy on his head if I want to. I can turn Muay Thai in the ring real quick and throw guys on the head if I want to. I'm the strongest guy in boxing. I flip a guy upside down, no problem. He ain't no damn juggernaut. He's just ugly motherfucker. He's ugly as shit. But other than Cyclops, that's it, man. Cool.
Have you had like fans of people reach out to you, maybe say, "Hey, you've inspired me," or just people you've connected with through your boxing?
Yeah.
And what's that meant to you?
Yeah, it's a lot. I got a lot of kids that becoming boxers. I've been a lot of UK fans lately out too. That just, hey man, we came to come to the UK. We love your energy, the realness. Just keep doing what you're doing. Represent for the big boys. Be who you are. Don't let them portray you as somebody else. There's always been this normal that if it's never been done before, it can't be done. There's never, Valuev was a 7'4", 7'1" heavyweight champ at 340 something, 330 something. I'm not trying to be that heavy, but I'm a big guy, and I don't. People naturally don't see me as a 300-pound guy because I don't carry that weight like that. So it's because it's been done. It can't be done again. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I train. I'm an athlete.
And that's one of the last things I'll ask you. Were you going to be paying attention to the November 10th Usyk fight against Bellew? And what do you think of Usyk if he moves up? Is he a former gold heavyweight, possibly?
I don't think Uzbek is going to be a heavyweight. I think once he gets in with a big, heavy guy that uses his size and weight, I think he's going to understand, like, nah, this is not for me. I gave it a shot. Like, even Tony Bellew said, he came up for a minute, but he know realistically it's not for me. Not that he's scared. He just know that his body, the years he's put into the sport, it doesn't make any sense to take that kind of damage, this later in my career for this right now. So I don't think he will. Maybe he'll give it a shot, see if he gets lucky. But nah, I don't think he'll hang around this long. Especially depending on what happens after this fight. We'll see.
All right, thanks, man. Great talk.
No problem, man.